without further ado, we got the Wasp Jak Hammer, and we went with the select a cut option. This broadhead is pretty cool. Now, we've seen, like I said, this has been requested, the Jak Hammer and the jackknife by Wasp, a lot. So it perked our attention towards it. I started looking into it. I liked the design, so I figured let's get it in the test. Let's see what it can do. This version right here, as you can see, select a cut, it goes between 1.5 and 1.75 inches. And this orange wash allowing your blade to lay down lower. If you want the 1.75 inches, you go with the higher peak, keeping your blades out. Based on what we've seen through our test so far, 1.75 inches is going to be a bigger cut, of course. 1.5 inches will be a little smaller. The penetration difference is not going to be much. As always, Kinetic Chaos 300 spine. It's 476 grain total weight arrow. It's a 100 grain broadhead. Shooting it out of my Matthews Tri-X with the old wake limbs on there. So it's 83 pound draw. We're shooting at 292, well and a half feet per second, 20 yards. So I'm gonna run down, turn that Tacticam on so we can get you that slow-mo. And let's see if you guys are as impressed, as curious about this broadhead. Difference between the cuts that this broadhead offers, being 1.5 inches and 1.75 inches, it's not that different. But you can see how it works here. You got, if you put the beveled edge lined up with your blades, it allows your blades to sweep back, giving you 1.5 inches. And if you keep the peak, give this video a thumbs up, share it.
Everybody, it's Rich Soderquist from Real Sweet Outdoors. Just taking a few minutes to show you what I'm going to be using on the new bow there. I'm going to be using the Rage Slip Cam Hypodermic Crossbow Broadheads. They're 2-blade, 100 grain, 2-inch cut configuration. They are a rear deploying blade that, you know, it just deploys upon impact fully. And they have a little collar that comes with them. They call them shock collars. I've been using these for several years. I have never had one fail. They look like that when they're installed. And one of the things I really like about these broadheads, I've been using Rage broadheads. It's going on 10 years now, I think. Since a year or so after they came out. I've killed several deer with them, and I've never lost an animal with these. I don't know what your experiences is with Rage. In the comments below, please tell me what your favorite broadhead is and what you like about the Rage broadheads. Also, I just kind of wanted to give you a real sweet tech tip. I bought these at the end of the season, and I paid significantly less for them. I buy a lot of stuff at the end of the season, and one of the things I was able to pick up was these decocking bolts that are custom designed for any Barnett crossbows. And you can see there's a few of them that are missing, but bottom line is I paid $5 for a 5-pack, and they were like $15, $10-15 or something like that. So you can pay almost 50% less for your outdoor gear by just watching the time of the season you buy it. So keep that in the back of your mind. Hope you liked the video. Please
Here's the DK4, and this is a really cool looking hybrid. Now it's opposite of most hybrids. In most hybrids, the mechanical cut is the widest portion and the fixed blade is the narrowest portion. But this is just the opposite. Again, the fixed blade here is 1 3/4 inches of cut. Wow, that's a big fixed blade cut. And then the mechanical portion, when it opens, and it opens on the same system that the Spitfire uses, just an internal spring. There's no O-rings or bands or anything like that, retention cups. So that opens to... Here's the DK4 after 5 shots into the MDF, and as you can see, it held together really well. This surprised me. I didn't think it was going to be this durable. This main blade stayed perfectly intact. It looks brand new. You can't even tell it's been shot. It did pivot a little bit on each of the shots as it's designed to do. Now, these mechanical blades did bend a bit, and that started on the second shot. But even after 5 shots, they didn't bend all that much, and they certainly didn't break. The original cutting diameter was 1 1/8 inch, and right now it's down to 7/8 of an inch. So that's not too bad. You can see the bends there, but the blades themselves, the edges, are in great shape. The ferrule's in great shape. Here's the head after impacting the concrete. And as you can see in the video, it's stuck really deeply into the concrete, deeper than many of the heads that I've tested. And the blades held together well. They didn't really impact the concrete. The tip of the ferrule is still extremely sharp. I mean, it doesn't feel like it got blunted at all, but there is a bit of a bend to it. You can see that in the wobble there. But for an aluminum ferrule, man, it held together really well, and overall for a mechanical and a hybrid. Here's the Gravedigger Hybrid in the closed position. You've got the chisel tip on this model. They also make a cut on contact tip where these the fixed blades extend all the way up to the top. The fixed blade cutting diameter is 1 inch, and in the closed position, the mechanical blades are 1/2 inch. So just in the closed position, if the blades were not to open at all, it'd be 1.5 inches of a cut, which is no slouch of a cut. But they do open. They open really well. They're not held in place by an O-ring or a retention clip, but rather just by friction. And that's adjustable right here with this little Allen bolt. You can adjust the tension that holds the blades in place. So what'd you think of the Gravedigger? You know, going through the tests reminded me why I liked it so much when I first started using it way back. There's just so many heads, you know, it's hard to keep using one. I'm just a junkie and like to keep trying new things and so forth. But this is definitely something worth a look, okay? There are some weaknesses to it, but there's a lot of strengths to it as well. So check out the score sheet. And it's by OZCUT Broadheads. They're a new company, relatively new, outside of Australia. And this is the Hurricane. Okay, I have a passion for single bevel heads. I shoot a lot of double bevels too. I love them as well. Actually, I kind of go, what head do I not like? Okay, I like all different kinds of heads. But I love it when they've come out with a single bevel 3-blade head. Now, I've seen some other single bevel multi-blade heads. They kind of had some other design flaws in my mind, so they didn't really give the full benefit of the single bevel. I'm intrigued by this one because there's a lot I like about it. It's like one-piece, solid construction, made out of steel, high carbon steel. It's machined out of a solid chunk. The blades are really thick, and for a single bevel to be of a benefit, they gotta be thick like that. There's a nice Tanto tip, so it's a really good durable tip, and the back of the blades are sharpened, so if it doesn't go all the way through, that head is going to stay in there doing some cutting, and it makes it easier to pull them out of your target a little bit more. So there you have it, the OZCUT Hurricane. This is a winner, okay? This is a good head. There's a lot I really like about it. It flies really well. And they say the single bevel design, you know, helps to get a good rotation to it. It speeds up the rotation. And I don't know about that. I can't quantify the rotation, but I can tell you, I shoot a lot of fixed blade heads at long range. And man, this one was really easy to pop balloons with. It was like automatic. I mean, you can just kind of feel which ones are touchy, which ones take a little more focus and so forth. I'd say this is amongst the very best shooting long-range fixed blade heads that I've ever shot. Like, I'm trying to think which ones have been better. I can't think of any that fly better than this. This is right up there like with the ATAC. It's just really well. That 1 1/16 inch diameter cut.
What's up, everybody? This is your Thorn Broadhead. As you can see, there's nothing to affect aerodynamics of the flight. This is a field point. So when they say this is truly field point accurate, I believe they're pretty spot on, because I mean, there's nothing different. There's nothing that can affect flight whatsoever. Dive over into your more traditional broadheads, expandables. This is a competitor. These are actually the broadheads I shot last year. And now after seeing this, I have to switch to this broadhead. I mean, this broadhead is performing very, very well. Now, I'm going to show you how to set your broadhead up. So this, you see that? And then this will slide down and shear off the excess, and your blade is ready to go. Now, these broadheads also have another feature that comes with them. They actually have a little clip that goes in here behind the head to keep the blades from deploying. Now you can practice with this broadhead all year long, and all you have to do is pop the little clip off and you're ready to go hunting. There's no questioning where your broadhead's going to hit. So to me, being able to practice with what you're going to hunt with, guys, I hope you liked the video. I hope you liked the review. If there's any, thanks for watching.
Hey, aloha guys, hopefully you can see pretty good. I made a video about the severed broadhead. This video I'm gonna make one about the slick trick. This is the fixed blade broadhead I carry in my quiver for a fixed blade broadhead at that kind of distance. I'm super happy with it. Of course, you know, I think I can shoot a little better than that, but that's, you know, real world groups out of it. So before I go any further on the thoughts, my thoughts on this broadhead so far that I've been using, I thought maybe it might be useful for the real technical guys to cover. Now, one of the other things I really like about this broadhead is that it's an all steel construction. A lot of the broadheads have kind of more of a aircraft aluminum grade ferrule, and that's you know, a little weaker than maybe all steel. So I really, with my setup, lower energy obviously, I've never bent one of these ferrules yet, and I shoot flat into some hard lava rocks in Hawaii, and bow hunting in Hawaii will destroy a lot of broadheads. We don't when we shoot them, it's pretty much gone. So a lot of people like to shoot cheap broadheads, and that's the other thing. I think for the price, you know, comparatively to other broadheads, you get, what is it, 4 in the pack, and for the price of normally what other broadheads cost for 3. So that's been pretty nice. But again, getting back to the all steel construction, it's super durable. I haven't bent one. And then the blades, how the blades install, try to take one apart here, but it's really simple to put together. And that's the other thing I like, is there isn't 3 blades flying around. It's kind of contained together, and it's like a interlocking blade system. So one blade's like this, and then the other blade's got a, maybe you can see through, it's got a groove, so you place them in, and then if you look at this, it's got a groove in the front, so it kind of locks together one piece, and then it just comes with a, so you can get this, comes with a little washer. So hopefully that was useful.